What would you do? Right, well, I better straighten this up. It's a bit wonky. Can't have things wonky. What if I disappeared way down there? Come back here. They look a bit funny. Here we go. Well, that's probably a bit better. Not much, but then what can makeup do? Welcome to this week's blog, by the way. I'm going to do something a little bit different with Christmas coming up and all that. I thought I'd share with you some of the books that I've collected to do with camper vans and caravans, and to do with manuals, survival guides, solar panels, etc. And even if you want to alter your caravan or camper van, how to improve and modify your vehicle. So okay, we'll start now. Before I start on any of these, I just want to make a point quite clear. This is not a commercial advertisement for these books. It's just, as I said, books that I happen to have that I've purchased, and I'm not getting paid to say anything regarding these books. So we'll start with the first one. Now the first one is called Caravan Motorhome Electrics, which is by Colin Rivers. It's 96 pages and it's a soft covered book, but it's one of those that sort of basically covers the outline of anything electrical. It doesn't go into any real deep things about it. It's just that if you want to know if you're going to run water pumps and you're going to run fridges and so on like that, how you need to set up your solar if you want to go solar, and you know the difference of all the different things that you can use. It even covers things like communication. It touches on generators, battery charging and all that sort of thing. So it's a really handy book, but it doesn't go into too much of complicated issues. So it's a very good beginner's guide book to anything electrical. So that's that first book. Right, going from that, if you're going to go down the road of solar power, there's a very good book called Do It Yourself, which is the 12 volt solar power. And that's this book here. You've probably seen that on the shelves. That's a very handy book. It's very good with using a lot of diagrams of how things should be set up, and it's just little line drawings like that. So you can actually set up your own systems and so on with this book quite happily. In fact, I'm just looking at a bit here to do with resistors, and I'm new to that sort of stuff, so it explains all about them and so on. So it goes into a bit more detail than the previous book I showed you, but it's with all the pictures that it's got in it, it's very, very good book. And it's, if you take your time to read it, there's wiring diagrams, there's even photos, and very, very handy. So I'd certainly recommend this one if you're going to go into any depth with your electrical. So you shouldn't have any problems with looking at that. It's from Michelle Danek, I think it is. And so think about that one. That's very good. Okay, now, that was to do with all the electrical side of it. The other books I also collected over a period of time, and because I like to have, just like your car, a manual for your car. So why not have a manual for your camper or your caravan? And so I have got that very thing, and so much as Haynes, who do the car manuals, also do this one on caravans. And it's very, very well illustrated inside, and it covers virtually everything that you need to know, from towing and tow car adapters, caravan chassis, running gears and tyres, body construction, repairs and maintenance, interior care, improvements and alterations that you may want to do. Also touches on electrical, gas and water systems, appliances, the operation, installation and maintenance, improvement projects with case history examples as well, servicing and seasonal preparation, and regulations, and there's a detailed list there. So that's from John Wickersham, I think that's how you say his name, who started caravanning in the 1950s, and so he's produced this book, which is a very good, it's hardcover book, and as I say, very well presented, and heaps of illustrations and things in there, how-to guides on virtually anything to do with your caravan or motorhome, making interior improvements. I've just opened up to it. It's really, really good. So that's a handy book. That one there, the Haynes one, very, very well known and respected company for producing books and manuals on cars and trucks, etc. And there's one for your caravan or your motorhome. Right, moving along a bit further, we have another one now. I must confess I have not actually gone into any great detail in this particular book, but just going by the stack loads of pictures on how to, and this thing, it's just amazing. So I think this is going to be very helpful. It's from a guy called Lindsay Porter, and it's your in-depth colour illustration guide to understanding and improving and modifying your caravan. So if you need a lot of pictures and you want to know how to do something, it is an English book, but a lot of the things actually apply to here. So and he goes through it in great detail. Everything is got stack loads of pictures, step-by-step pictures, installing various bits. A fantastic book. Even covers for your caravan and so on, and what materials to look for, etc. Goes in great depth about awnings and different things you can do with your awnings. So yeah, a very, as I say, covered in pictures. This thing is absolutely amazing. If I was the sort of person that was reading comics and liked a lot of pictures, this would be the manual, because I don't read a lot of books, to be quite honest, and seeing something like this when you're trying to work on your car or your caravan, sorry, not your car and your caravan or your camper or etc., this is ideal. This is fantastic. So it's very, very detailed. There's over 220 odd pages of information, and the topics they cover is just everything basically. So another very good book. That's that one there. How to improve and modify your caravan. Of course, you can use it on your camper as well. Right. Now the last one is probably more to do with, okay, you've got your camper or caravan set up, etc. And then this book here is basically your survival guide. When you've got everything, as I say, set up and you want to keep it looking good, or how to maintain things. It says everything from a pre-trip maintenance to power needs, driving and towing, tyres and other hints, your health, cooking, things to do if you're taking your pets, and much more. So this is probably the book that you could take with you in your camper van or caravan. So there you go. Here's another one. So those are some of the books that I've collected over a period. It's only a very small sample of the books that I've collected, and I find them very, very handy indeed. I have other books as well which I'm reading, as I don't read a lot, and it takes me ages to read a book, but I'll share some of those with you later on. So I just thought these might make good gifts for someone coming up, and also, we can enjoy our campers and caravans over this summer period, and coming up next winter, if I've got these books, fire into doing all the jobs that you want to do around your caravan and camper. So that's it for me for this week. Certainly hope that you found some of that helpful, and you might be able to freeze the frame and take a note of those books. As far as we get them from, well, I have managed to get some of these off Trade Me, eBay, and obviously the bookshops around, and the odd caravan and motorhome show. So there you go. So we're going to head off very soon to a place called Miranda Holiday Park, and we're going to go there and soak in the hot pools and enjoy a rally with some of our friends, and we'll take you along for that as well. So in the meantime, happy caravanning, happy trips with your camper, happy adventures, and we'll catch you here next week. Bye for now.